Alright, what's going on everybody? It's Matt Nabong with NASFA Media coming at you guys with another video. You guys already know what time it is. It's time to bring on that boxing. Today we're going to be talking about Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, and Shakur Stevenson. Specifically Ryan and Shakur. It was really interesting during Ryan's media workout, which was yesterday. I don't know when you guys will be seeing this video, but when I'm recording it, Ryan's media workout was yesterday, and he had a lot of words to say about guys. Obviously the questions are directed to kind of give a certain answer and receive a certain answer from Ryan. They want to hear all the juicy stuff, which I respect. I feel like who doesn't want to hear that stuff? So he was asked to rank, the lightweights from 1 to 5, his top 5. He put himself first as expected, and then he said that Tank and Devin are kind of tied for the number 2 spot, and then you have Shakur, and then whoever the Isaac Cruz is of the world, and maybe the Rolly Romeros, all those guys, but Lomachenko wasn't really in the conversation. So they mentioned Shakur and asked if Ryan saw Shakur's fight against Yoshino on the Top Rank card that past Saturday. So obviously there were big UFC fights, and Ryan said, I missed it. The UFC fights were too good, to watch a Shakur fight and stuff like that. So basically Ryan's saying that Shakur is not as exciting as a UFC pay-per-view, and maybe it's true. Maybe at this point in his career, Shakur, a lot of people would say that Shakur doesn't have the most fan-friendly style of fighting that's, pleasing to the crowd, because a lot of people, they want action, they want knockouts, but Shakur really just, puts a pace on guys and makes them, mentally quit. He doesn't even hurt guys like that. Like, he hurt his opponent, Yoshino, dropped him real early in the fight, and then ended up stopping him. But at the end of the day, like, people want to see devastating knockouts. They want to see guys punished. They want to see the blood. And I guess you see that more in the UFC as opposed to a Shakur fight. That's not a crazy thing to say, but I think that right now Shakur is really skilled. So I think that Ryan would have his hands full against a guy like Shakur, in my opinion. I think Shakur is a terrible matchup for Ryan. I think that it'd be really hard for Ryan to land against Shakur, especially as he gets bigger and he kind of gains that man strength. As he gets his feet wet in the 135-pound division. So, I like both guys. I like Ryan. I like how much power and excitement he brings to the sport. And then I like Shakur. I like the way he entertains people. He's a very entertaining fighter. He has a personality, and he's just one of the technicians of boxing. That he's a different, difficult, code to crack. So I think that's a big fight down the line. I don't know if Ryan would have a great chance against Shakur. Obviously you have a puncher's chance, but he's one of those guys that I think it's a tough matchup for Ryan personally. But I'm a big Ryan Garcia fan, so you never know. He can definitely pull the rabbit out of the hat and make something happen there. So I would lean towards Shakur, but obviously Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, that's the mega fight. Tank and Ryan, everybody's saying Tank wins easily. I don't think it's an easy fight for Tank at all, but it's a mega fight. I like the fight a lot. And trust me, when April 22nd comes, I'm going to be, locked into that pay-per-view, watching, take my money. I need to see that fight. I will be watching it at home. I don't want to hear anybody talking. None of that. I need to see that fight for myself, because that's a big one. That's the fight of the year, in my opinion. But I think Shakur, going back to Shakur and Ryan, I think that Ryan's comments are valid. But, I obviously think he's throwing shade. But at the end of the day, people like the UFC, and for him to say that he'd rather watch the UFC fight over a Shakur fight, him being a boxer himself is a pretty big statement. It's a shot at Shakur for sure, but I know Shakur, he's a confident guy. He doesn't really care about that stuff, and he'll prove who he is within the ring as opposed to talking and stuff like that. So that's what I like about Shakur. They're different personalities. That's why I think it makes for such a good lead up, any matchup between these guys and the lead up for the fight. Shakur and Ryan down the line, that's an entertaining one, because they don't like each other either. There's a lot of stuff that Ryan doesn't like about Shakur. Ryan doesn't like Shakur's style. He thinks he's boring, talks bad about him. And then, Shakur thinks that Ryan complains a lot, calls him the golden girl. So it's a lot of animosity, a lot of, words being, traded, shots fired, all of that stuff. But both very talented guys in the future of boxing at 135 and 140. These guys are the future, for real. And man, once Taken Ryan happens, that's going to be a big indicator of who the big fish is. At 135 pounds. I think right now, even though he only had one fight, I think Shakur is going to be the guy. But I think the 140 is gonna be the division where most 135ers right now, like Ryan, Tank, and Devin are going to be seen soon. Even though Devin has stated that he doesn't plan to move up to 140, he plans on staying at 135. It's not going to be good for him, trust me. I've seen him. The last few weight cuts have been crazy. He looks very sucked in. So I think it'd be safer for his body to go up to 140 real soon. So I don't know if anybody really contends with Shakur right now. He's a problem, dude. Trust me. He might not have the most appealing, fight style for people that just want to see knockouts and, crazy flurries of power punches, stuff like that. But he knows what he's doing in that ring, and he's a very difficult guy to beat. So Shakur's that guy. I believe he's a real deal. So we'll see what happens. Tank and Ryan April 22nd, and then Shakur, we'll see what he does next. But as always, thank you guys for watching this video. That's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Thank you guys so much for the constant support, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. That's going to do it for another NASFIGHT Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.